Chapter 15. Monkey! I saw my problem immediately. I should never have introduced Alex to Percy Jackson. She learned way too much from his relentless training methods. Maybe Alice couldn't summon sea animals, but she could turn into them. That was just as bad. We started with Samira and Alex fighting each other on the deck, in the water, in the air. My job was to call out random animals from a stack of flashcards Alex had made. I'd shout, "Monkey!" and Sam was supposed to turn into a monkey mid-combat, while Alex shapeshifted continually from human to animal to human, doing her best to beat up Sam. Whenever Alex was in human form, she tossed out taunts like, "Come on, Allah boss, you call that a cotton-top tamarind? Do better!" After an hour of combat charades, Samira's face gleamed with sweat. She'd taken off her hijab and tried to pull back her brown hair so she could fight better. She considered us all family, so she had no problem going hijabless when required. She leaned against the rail, taking a breather. I almost offered her some water. Then I remembered she was fasting. "Maybe we should take a break until tonight," I suggested. "After dark, you can eat and drink. This must be killing you." "I'm fine." Sam wasn't a very good liar, but she forced a smile. "Thanks, though." Alex paced the deck, consulting her clipboard. A clipboard, y'all, like she was gunning to be assistant manager at the Hotel Valhalla. She wore green skinny jeans with a pink tank top, the front stitched with an inappropriate hand gesture in glittery sequins. Her hair had started to grow out, the black roots making her look even more imposing, like a lion with a healthy mane. "Okay, Magnus, your turn," she told me. "Get Jack and prepare to fight." Jack was pleased to help. "Combat time? Cool!" He floated in a circle around me. "Who are we fighting?" "Sam," I said. Jack froze. "But I like Sam." "We're just practicing," I said. "Try to kill her without killing her." "Oh, okay, I can do that." Alex had a clicker. Her cruelty knew no bounds. Jack and I double-teamed Sam. Don't go there. Jack attacking with his blade, obviously. Me with a mop handle, which I doubt struck terror into Sam's heart. She dodged and weaved and tried to land hits on her with her axe, the blade wrapped in silk canvas. Sam was supposed to shapeshift whenever Alex clicked her clicker, which she did at random intervals with no regard for Sam's situation. The idea, I guessed, was to condition Samira to change shape whenever, wherever she had to do it without second-guessing herself. Jack held back. I could tell. He only whacked Sam a couple of times. Me, I was less than successful with my mop. Combat maneuvering on the deck of a Viking ship turned out to be one of the many important skills I didn't have. I tripped over the oars. I got snagged in the rigging. Twice I bumped my head on the mast and fell into the ocean. About average for me, in other words. Sam had no such trouble. She left me bruised and battered. The only time I landed a hit was when Alex clicked a, particularly bad time. Mid-lunge, Sam turned into a parrot and flew beak first into my mop handle. She squawked, turned back into a human, and sat down hard on the deck, a cloud of blue and red feathers fluttering around her. "Sorry, Sam." I felt mortified. "I've never hit a parrot before." Despite her bloody nose, she laughed. "It's fine. Let's try that again." We fought until we were both spent. Alex called our practice done, and the three of us slumped against the rail shields. "Whew!" Jack propped himself next to me. "I'm exhausted." Since all the energy he expended would come out of me as soon as I took hold of him, I decided to let Jack stay in blade form a while longer. I wasn't ready to go comatose until after lunch. But at least I could have lunch. I glanced at Samira. "This Ramadan thing. I seriously don't know how you do it." She raised an eyebrow. "You mean why I do it?" "That too. I mean, you really have to endure the fast for a whole month?" "Yes, Magnus," she said. "It may surprise you to learn that the month of Ramadan lasts 1 month. Glad you haven't completely lost your snark." She dabbed her face with a towel, which was apparently not forbidden. "I'm more than halfway through the month. It's not so bad." She frowned. "Of course, if we all die before the end of Ramadan, that would be irritating." "Yeah," Alex agreed. "Loki burns down the 9 worlds while you're fasting, and you can't even have a drink of water?" "Ouch." Sam swatted her arm. "You have to admit, Fiero, I was more focused today. Ramadan helps." Maybe," Alex said. "I still think you're crazy to fast, but I'm not as worried as I was." "I feel clearer," Sam said. "Emptier. In a good way. I'm not freezing up as much. I'll be ready when I face Loki, inshallah." Sam didn't use that term much, but I knew it meant God willing. Though it obviously helped her, it never inspired much confidence in me. I'm going to do great, inshallah, was sort of like saying, I'm going to do great, assuming I don't get run over by a truck first. Well, Alex said, we won't know what'll happen until you're facing dear old mom/dad, but I'm cautiously optimistic. And you didn't kill Magnus, which I suppose is good. Thanks, I muttered. Even that little bit of consideration from Alex, the idea that my death might be slightly disagreeable to her, gave me a warm and fuzzy feeling. Yeesh, I was pathetic. The rest of the afternoon I helped out around the Big Banana. Despite the automatic sailing, there was still plenty to do. Swabbing decks, untangling lines, preventing Mallory and Halfborn from killing each other. The chores kept me from thinking too much about my impending confrontation with Loki, or what Blitz and Hearth might be up to. They'd already been gone 3 days, and we now had just under 2 weeks until midsummer. Maybe even less time until the ice melted enough to let Loki's ship sail. How long could it take Blitz and Hearth to find a rock? Naturally, the idea of searching for a whetstone brought back bad memories of my last quest with Blitz and Hearth, when we'd been trying to find the Skofning Stone. I told myself there was no connection. This time there would be no brutal Alfheim sunlight, no evil violin-playing nooks, no scowling, sadistic elf father. Soon Hearth and Blitz would come back and report on a completely different set of dangerous obstacles for us to overcome. Every time a wave broke over the bow, I watched the sea spray, hoping it would solidify into my friends. But they didn't reappear. A couple of times during the afternoon, small sea serpents swam by, like 20-footers. They eyed the ship but didn't attack. I guess they either didn't like banana-flavored prey or were scared off by Jack's singing. Jack followed me around the deck, alternating between ABBA hits. Vikings are huge ABBA fans for obvious reasons, and telling me stories about the old days when he and Frey would roam the 9 worlds, spreading sunshine and happiness, and occasionally killing people. As the day wore on, this became a personal test of endurance. Did I want Jack to return to runestone form and pass out from all the toil of our combined exertions, or did I want to listen to him sing some more? Finally, around sunset, I couldn't stand it any longer. I stumbled aft to where I'd set up my sleeping bag. I lay down, enjoying the sound of Samira doing her evening prayer on the foredeck, the sing-song poetry soft and relaxing. It seems strange, the Muslim Maghrib prayer aboard a Viking ship full of atheists and pagans. Then again, Samira's ancestors had been dealing with Vikings since the Middle Ages. I doubted this was the first time prayers to Allah had been said aboard a longship. The worlds, was a lot more interesting because of the constant intermixing. I returned Jack to runestone form and barely had time to reattach him to my neck chain before I passed out. In my dreams, I got to witness a murder.